I also wasn't putting it on my feet, but after everything that is happening, I've started putting it on my feet. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, and this is the thing that made me go like, what the heck is happening? This is very, very strange. Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Liz, and as the title says, I wanted to share my experience with castor oil, and I was pretty torn about doing this because my channel is not about skincare or anything like that. I actually focus on, fashion and styling in kind of a casual, comfy, elevated way. So everyday wear for everyday women, elevated. This is not something I usually do. I actually do not experiment with makeup or skincare anymore. I'm about to be 46 and I have gone through that and I have my favorite stuff. But recently I came across two videos that kind of opened my eyes, and I have been rough on my skin, I will say that. So I have tried lots of products over the years. I never wore sunscreen. I eat terribly. So I have a lot to catch up on. Going back to the castor oil, I just wanted to give you my experience because I had a couple noticeable things happen, and I was like, this is really odd in such a short amount of time that it would be noticeable to me. And I thought I should share in case it helps you. Now, I'm not a medical professional or any kind of skin professional in any manner. So I am just gonna share with you my experience, and then you do your own research and you try it out for yourself. It is an oil that's been around a long time, and I heard enough examples that made me want to try it. Okay, and these are in no particular order, but the most shocking thing is the last one, so stay for that. And I haven't heard anyone else say it, so I don't know if it was coincidental or what's going on, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So the first thing that I noticed is it has lightened my melasma. So I do have it on the bottom part of my jaw here. I used to, a long time ago, have it up on my forehead, but that kind of faded away on its own. But over the last, I don't know, 10 years, I've had dark spots on my cheeks here. And so I like I said, I usually just put extra foundation in that area, and it's not bad. I'm not complaining. I don't even know if other people would notice. It's something that I notice, but I have noticed in the last couple months that I can barely see it. And I have a lighted mirror that I look at, and so I notice probably way too much, but already that has happened and I can't believe it. And I did want to mention, when I started this, because of all of the research that I did, I made a commitment to use this for 1 year and see how things went. So when I started seeing changes in just a short period of time, I am 100% committed to a year, and hopefully, likely it will go longer, but I just wanted to mention that as well. The second thing that I noticed is it has been healing my eczema. I have eczema on my shins. I have sometimes a red, blotchy, itchy, I guess, rash or flare up, whatever it is. And I've had that for quite a while, about 15 years. And I've tried every kind of eczema cream and all of the things. And sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. Since being on the castor oil, it has almost completely gone away, which is almost unbelievable to me. It's shocking, quite frankly. And so that was one of the first huge things that I was like, huh, that is very strange. The third thing that I noticed, I actually have pretty deep lines on my face because when I was 38, I stopped using and trying all kinds of anti-aging things. In my 20s and 30s, I did try different things, and I finally just got tired of it. I kind of embraced aging, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have lines. I'm totally okay with that, and I am. And I don't use sunscreen. I haven't used any kind of product for any really good length of time. I've tried hundreds, but never stuck to anything long-term enough to, I think, make a difference. So I have been using the castor oil around my eyes, and usually what I do is I'll get the bottle and I just pour it onto my fingers, 2 fingers like that, and then I rub them together, or you know, these 2 fingers, so you're more gentle, and then I just rub it around my whole eye like that. And I have noticed my skin improving around my eyes, and I cannot believe it because I have bought the expensive eye creams that are like $200, and just in a short period of time, I am already slowly seeing a change, which is crazy to me. And going into that, the 4th thing that I noticed is my eyelashes are longer and thicker. That was probably actually the eczema and my eyelashes were the first 2 things that I noticed. I was like, I have so many more eyelashes. Like the smaller ones in the inner corner right here, like when I'm putting my mascara on, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're longer and I have more. Where sometimes it would feel like I only had like 3 in the inner corner. Again, and this is in a short period of time. So that was another interesting thing that happened to me. And the next thing in the whole eye area that I've noticed as well is that my dark circles are lighter. So I don't have really bad dark circles, but I do get like really purple in here. And I usually always do a concealer very lightly because I do have aging eyes, but I noticed that I need even less, which is something that has never changed in all of my grown life. I've kind of always had a really dark purpley blue, not huge problem, but just in the inner and down here. And I have noticed that it is shrinking or lighter. So this one, it's so weird because I really had to like think of everything happened kind of so gradually that I really had to think like, what else and what am I doing different, like notable changes. And another notable change that I noticed is that my skin is not as dry and itchy. So I don't know if this happens to you, but in the winter I get drier skin because you're inside with heat, and I usually have to put lotion on all the time because I just get really dry skin. And so now I usually just put the oil on at night, and I have found I don't really need to reapply. Something I like to do in the mornings, just because I do usually do it, is put lotion on my arms, but I am like forgetting to do that because I don't even feel like I need it, which is also another odd thing. So I don't know if it's like moisturizing and staying or locking in moisture or what is going on, but that was another interesting thing that has happened to me recently. And this is another little thing that was so weird. I usually get little hangnails, like little hangnails around my nails, and I don't know, probably because from like cleaning and doing the dishes and in the water and out and, you know, living life, you know, I have to do things, but I haven't had any of those in the last couple months. And the only thing that has changed, I haven't changed anything else in my life. I haven't changed diets, eating, anything. And so that has been another really interesting thing that I have noticed is, I guess, my nail bed health. It's just so good. So wanted to mention that. Okay, and again, another weird thing, and these could be coincidental. I don't want to say that the castor oil healed all these things or is solely in charge of doing these things. I do take vitamins, I do a skincare, and could it coincidentally just started working? Maybe. I haven't changed anything else in my life, so I don't know. But another noticeable change that I have noticed is regular bowel movements. I actually had some, I wouldn't say bad, because I know some people have really bad like IBS and things like that. I don't have anything like that, but I haven't had like a good regular, the way it's supposed to be. It's just kind of, you know, whenever or too often or just like all over the place. And so I have noticed that now is very regular, which again, I don't know. I don't know. Just wanted to share it because I have heard that that is a thing that it does. And I did want to mention, you're probably wondering like, well, how do you use this? So at first, the first month, I just had the castor oil and I'm extra. So they say you just need to pat a little, but I pretty much slather this everywhere. Because after I researched it, I was like, yes, I need all of that. And the reason I have to tell you that I slather it everywhere is because I think that is the gut issue, or gut helping, because they do say it can like detox you, which leads me into another weird thing that happened. I have used pretty much natural deodorants for a long time, over 10 years for sure. I'm not exactly sure when I switched, but for sure over 10 years. And I've tried a lot of different brands. I have a couple of my favorites that I use often and they work for me. I know some natural deodorants don't work for people and they still smell. I would say mine work for me, but the weird thing that happened is I actually started smelling. Like I could notice my body odor, and what I think it is my body detoxing, or my liver or something like that, because I am putting this like on my neck, so lymph nodes. I do put it under my armpits because there's lymph nodes down there too, and then all over my stomach and lower back. So I think, I don't know, I think detoxing. So I'm just gonna roll with it for a while and see what comes of that. In turn with that, again, I can't say these are correlated and I don't wanna make big claims, but I feel like I sleep better too, which is really weird. So I don't know. Now, as far as stretch marks, I actually have stretch marks on my butt and I wasn't particularly putting it on my butt, but after all these other things, I have started doing that. So we will see if those lighten. I hear it does. I also wasn't putting it on my feet, but after everything that is happening, I've started putting it on my feet. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, and this is the thing that made me go like, what the heck is happening? This is very, very strange. A lot of times I'll be working on a video or doing something and my office is upstairs, and I will go downstairs into, you know, our room, and my husband is asleep, so the light is off and I cannot see at all in the dark. When it's dark, I like literally can't see like a foot in front. If I put my hand here, I can't see if it's dark. I think it was just a couple, like 2 weeks ago, I went in the room and I could see in the dark. Not anything good. I'm not saying I have like super vision, but I used to not even be able to take a step in because I couldn't see. Like I would hit something, like I couldn't see anything. And I was like, that is really weird. And I have had, you know, obviously I'm aging, so I have had, you know, my eyesight getting worse. But again, in just a few short months, I heard that this can help different eye conditions, and I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I just thought that that was so amazing that I was like, oh my gosh, just that alone made me want to do this video, because I was like, if this can help people save their eyesight, I am not saying it does, it's worth a try. That was the most shocking thing to me. So also, if you're still here, I wanted to share with you what I evolved this, I guess, regimen into. Okay, so as I had things changing, I did more research, as I encourage you to. Please do not take this as a miracle drug or believe anyone's big claims, because we are all different, and even if we have a same issue, the root cause could be different. So because all the weird things were happening, I was like, this oil's amazing. There has to be other amazing oils. And so I did some research and I was like, if I'm gonna do this every day, then I should be putting like the best things in there. I use the castor oil straight, and then I do use the castor oil straight only around my eyes. I do not put the concoction, and I kind of alternate. I'll do castor oil on like my neck and chest with my concoction. So now I do, and I always have a backup. So I do the castor oil and aloe vera gel, argan oil, and the jojoba. Am I saying that right? I do half castor oil in here, and then I try to put equal parts of the rest, and then I just kind of spin it. It makes the castor oil a little more runny. I think the runny one is the aloe vera gel, so it makes it easy to put on. So this is what I put like on the whole rest of my body now, this concoction, and then the castor oil in the places that I mentioned. And I'm new to the concoction, and again, I think I'm gonna try this for a year. So maybe I'll do a 6-month or 1-year update. Let me know your experience. If you have any questions, I will link the stuff that I use down below if you're interested. And yeah, hopefully this was informative. If it was, please consider giving it a like. I would love for you to subscribe and come back again. And I wanted to thank you so much for dropping in and spending some of your time with me, letting me share my story with you. And I hope that you have a really great day, and I hope to see you in the next one.